What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gentry and Sons, and welcome to another video. We are here at PCK Lake Dam in Mississippi. We just got back to the Classic. We're getting ready to fire this thing up and get it ready to back in. So when we got here, it was just a downpour. It literally rained all the way here. We had a horrible trip down here. So now that we're here, though, we're going to get backed in. We are here to pick up a sailboat. You guys probably, if you've been here on the channel for a long time, you've seen we've delivered a lot of boats here at this marina, actually. So they have changed the gate up down here to where we can't pull in and pull into the gate. So now we have to go down, blindside down to the lake, and then pull into the gate, and then here we go. We're going to go pick up a big sailboat. We got to take this thing to Pensacola, and it's going to be a nice rainy trip.
You gotta do Brax's job.
Yeah, I know it. Sucks. Guys, everybody gripes because Brax is not at school. Guess what? He's at school right now. And I'm not loving it. Got a little bit of an oil leak on this thing. Not bad, but I just noticed we are leaking a little bit of oil. I'll have to figure out where that's coming from, but it is full.
Do you think that's what that smell was?
Yeah, probably. Let me fire it up. Hope it comes back to life. Have here is a Tartan sailboat. I've always called it tarpon, but it's actually tartan. I always said tarpon. It's a very expensive tartan sailboat. So we actually hauled this boat here a year or two ago. A couple years ago, probably a year and a half. They're wanting me to try to squeeze in there, but I know this trailer and it is not going to let me maneuver in a short space. Especially this trailer. If I was in a cab over, it'd be different. We could maneuver it, but
This trailer's so long.
it is. And them axles all the way at the back, it's very, very hard to maneuver around. We can do our deal. being in a marine yacht yard, driving around $1 million yachts, you kind of got to be careful. want to set this thing up on, so these are called uprights, and these are crossbars. So I'll put the crossbars up, and then the boat will actually rest in the crossbars on both sides, front and rear. So that'll keep the boat stable and hold it up. And then we'll also put pads up against it to hold it in. So that way it can go back or forward, and it can't go side to side. But this boat's like an egg, so you can't over secure it. It's got to feel like it's in the water. I mean, this thing was designed to be in the water, not on the road, driving down the road. So if it's overly secured. You hit a bump or something and the boat comes down, trailer's coming up, you're gonna punch a hole in the bottom of it. I've seen a lot of it. I've had so many people are trying to get into hauling boats now because all the other industry's dead. This is the only thing that pays anything, and all these guys are coming in, has no clue what they're doing, never worked with anybody that's done it, nothing like that, and they're quoting boats so cheap, which they think is making good money. It's really too cheap. You can't do the insurance, the escorts that you need, and pay for boat insurance. And they're going and destroying these boats, and all these owners are losing their boats because of. So right now, the boating industry is really messed up when it comes to hauling. Even guys with big names are having issues because people are coming in undercutting us. Like this boat right here. Luckily, this is a customer we've hauled for many times, and they know not to use anybody else. So, but if they put this up on U-ship or something like that, somebody would have bid it for $4 a mile, and you can't permit it, escort it, all that stuff for that kind of money. But hopefully it'll straighten itself out soon. These are awesome. We had these because one thing that does go with this boat, it ain't just hauling the boat that sucks about this, is it's that mast right there. It's carbon fiber. It's a carbon fiber pole that is as long as the truck and trailer. It's got to go down the side of the truck. I'm on the top hole of the cup.
So you want to keep coming up now?
Oh.
We're still way up. Okay.
Yeah.
You're dropping down.
They drop down, and then it should be the top hole of your cup. On
There you go.
Right there. We're not level 10. I'm higher than you are. Sit.
Okay.
2, 4. How many holes are you showing? You're showing 5. Oh yeah. I just lift over here.
There we go. That looks a little better. Ben, I think we got room. To, what I was going to do is go, once it's down, go here, there,
Yep.
and then one behind that one, one behind that one.
Gotcha.
So I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
First time I ever loaded one for him, I was out there with a sawzall cutting metal and doing this and that, just trying to make it work. You can go above the hole and just put it underneath.
Pick up this main shit right here.
Oh, really?
And there's another boat that's about there floating around that pull out this off on.
You got what main kit you put in? You trying to get one? There we go.
This ain't carbon fiber, is it? Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You can throw it in there. It's not super big, dude. You can strap over it.
Making it lighter and lighter every day.
Oosh.
Alright, so we're hooked up, or loaded up, got everything strapped down. We saved y'all the boring part because it's literally an hour straight of just strapping and zip tying and putting flags on. So we got all of our flags on the truck, oversized sign, lights over there flashing. This ain't Rooster, so I don't have a designated spot for the light. So on the Freightliner, a lot of guys build a bracket and put them back there on the sides of the trucks, which we will do to this one just as soon as we get back. Everything's strapped, we got our extra flags. It's all set up and ready to go. So as I always tell people, so these guys are out here trying to do this now. Everybody's talking about it. Literally Tartan was, that guy from Tartan was just telling me they had one come in and the boat pushed the stands over and fell off, or it fell over. The reasoning for that is because they're putting way too much weight on these pads and not putting enough weight on the keel. I mean, you have to put the right weight where it belongs, or you're going to get yourself in trouble. And it's definitely, you don't want to over secure it, but you want it to be just right. So I always tell everybody 60 to 70% on the keel, 20 there. So that gives you all the perfect weight. All these are here for is just to hold this thing steady. This keeps it from going back and forth. These poles here, front and back, that keeps it from going rocking back and forth. And these keep it from one side to side. So you got to secure them right. And then your key, or this darn very expensive carbon fiber stick, your mass. I like to move mine forward, but this one we didn't. But it's already loaded, I'm not moving it, and we're getting the heck out of here. So I'm gonna try to get back out of here, and we're gonna go drive and get something to eat. It's time to rock and roll. Little throttle pat, just because everybody hates it. Just kidding, guys. I'm a good human being sometimes. Alright, come on, Krispy Kreme. Let's get this load done. Oh, I meant sand trooper. size of it. You feel the clutch pedal. The clutch pedal moves a little bit. Not a big deal, but it could turn into a big deal. So maybe, I don't know, maybe some bushings ain't in there right, because this motor was put in this truck. So we're going to check that out. Besides that though, so far it's done pretty good. They got a little bit of an oil leak. And the engine temp is staying up pretty high. Like the oil temperature, not the engine water temperature. The oil temperature is staying up around 220, I think. But it could just be the gauge, I'm hoping. We're going to take it to Florida and see how it does in the good warm weather. So we can get out of Mississippi, we're going to get to the line and stop and get something to eat, and then we'll continue on. Alright, so we're doing a logbook, got to get going. So guys, this is it's an 05 truck with a 99 model motor, so it is a legal ELD exempt truck. That's what makes these things valuable. Plus they're just more reliable than this new crap. I've had the most expensive week ever this week fixing crap out on the road that you couldn't. Normally you can just fix this thing, something goes wrong with it, you can fix it on the side of the road 9 times out of 10, or go grab a part in Napa. That thing had to go to the dealership and it cost me $1,600 for 2 hours worth of labor and $500 worth of parts. And I don't know how they come up with that. They charged me for like 10 hours labor. And he was only there for 2 hours. He got there at 10 o'clock in the morning. He was out of there by noon on the road. So how they come up with that, I don't know. Alright, Gentry and Sons Trucking. That just sounds good. Guys, if your logs are not legible, they will give you a violation for that. I don't know if you knew that or not, but they will. My dad is really good at this. Dewey's really good at this. I suck at this. Somehow I stay out of the scale houses so they don't really mess with me on my logs. Never had a logbook violation ever. I've had other violations. Alright, and right here on your recap, on duty hours today, totals line 3 and 4. So that would be 5.5. This is for your 70-hour, 8-day drivers, and this is for your 60-hour, 7-day drivers. So we won't fill this one out, it'll just be up here. Total hours on duty last 7 days, including today, which would be 5.5. I ain't been working the last 7 days.
Nope.
Total hours available tomorrow, 70 hours minus 8. Okay, so 70 minus 5.5 would be 64.5.
Yep.
Alright, and then you got total hours on duty last 8 days, including today. 5.5. Man, alright, so there we go. That log is done. Alright guys, we got a logbook filled out. I was using the app. motive at. But them guys sent me a nice 2017 or $2,700 bill for dash cams that we don't even use. We don't have. So they were using 15 dash cams. They've been charging me for that for almost 2 years. $2,700 a month, and I just never noticed it or paid attention to it. When they sent a bill, it was on auto pay. I guess it's my fault for not noticing. I did notice it last week though, because I'm going through everything to see like subscriptions that we use and different programs and stuff. If we don't need it, cancel it. There's no point in paying for all this stuff that we don't use. So I going through everything and noticed that Motive was charging me for that and e-logs. I don't even use e-logs. We have no trucks with e-logs except like the newer ones, and they're on a whole different system than Motive. So yeah, they were charging us $2,700 a month. So I'm trying to get my money back from them because we did not order those services. Never ordered those services, and don't know why we were charged for those services. So trying to get that figured out. It's just one thing after another in the old truck world today. Alright, we're on the road. Here we go. That's a big old blade. Hell, that equipment over there. Big truck shop. Oh, Volvo. There's the Volvo man, Mac. Volvo. We're headed to Birmingham. We're going to go through Birmingham, and then we're headed to Pensacola. Alright guys, we're rocking and rolling down through here tonight. We got about 99 miles to go. It has been nasty, nasty weather all day long. It says we got road work in 1 mile. And we got a way station up here. The last skill house we went through, they pulled us in and wanted to check paperwork. Hopefully they don't do it here. It took forever. We lost at least an hour. Come on, Classico. Guys, the oil temperature is staying up there, about right there. Which I just don't feel like it can be right. Because even with it up there, the oil pressure stays at 50. Water temperature never moves. Like, I really feel like that gauge is wrong. Even at 35 pounds of boost, it's doing the same thing. But I am going to get some more power added into this thing. Even for a driver, I wouldn't care to have a little bit more power. Alright guys, so just filled this thing up with fuel. First top off. Got 84 gallons in it. I guess my gauge ain't right or something. But let's see. I was down a little under a half a tank. 3/4. I guess it was bouncing back and forth, so 84 gallons. I guess we put about 600 miles on it. Let's see, 600 divided by 84. That's 7 miles a gallon. So I ran half of that empty and half of it loaded, so that's about right. Maybe I ain't gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Screw the power. If it's getting 7 miles a gallon, I ain't touching it. And we probably ran a little less than 600 miles, so I'd say, I don't know, I'll look at the odometer in a minute. But everything's riding good, looking good. They're over there filling up the escort van, getting fuel in it, and we should be there in the next, I don't know, probably an hour or so. A couple hours. Got these straps up. This thing's been riding good. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get some complaining because I left the truck and the fuel out. And luckily, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 open. And with this thing being oversized and with this mast sticking off the back of it like that, it's just better just to leave it here. That way you ain't risking getting it destroyed. The guys will just pull up behind it and not pay attention when you got it pulled up. And I made it a very quick trip, so. Alright, we are full. Alright, we ran 572 miles and I'd reset it, so probably about 580 because I'd ran a few miles before I reset it. 580 divided by 84 gallons. So that's 6.9 miles per gallon. I guess we'll run it a good, we need to run it a full run, like a full tank. Run a good full tank through it and see, with it loaded, and see what it gets. Because this was, 200 of that was empty coming up here, but that trailer ain't lying. We just drove over the bridge. It's always that's every time we deliver a boat, it's, once you drive over the bridge, it's usually right there's the marina somewhere. Caracas Avenue, 0.15. Right here we are.
Now turn right and then turn right onto Browns Lane.
Turn right.
In 400 feet, turn right onto Browns Lane and then turn left.
Man, the last time I was here, it was a nightmare getting in here.
Now turn right and then turn left onto Augusta Avenue.
Me and Dad picked up a boat down here, and it was fun. That was super intense. So look at this turnaround spot. Cannot believe that worked out. And that power line was so close. Look at that. Never even touched the grass blade. As far as I could see, I didn't. No backing in, it was perfect. Tight spot though. Alright, so this place we're going to, it is tight. I mean, super, super tight to get in. I had to close my fifth wheel all the way up. I'll have to lift the rear axles. That way it'll swing on that front axle, so I'll lift the back two up. And I'll have to jack the trailer up, lift it. This truck's pretty good about going into play. It does cut a lot better than Rooster does. This thing will cut on a dime. That steering wheel will turn good. Alright, let's try this again. It is possible to get in here. We can come in here with a Coronado. Alright, we got optics. That's the marina. We're going to the rigging company. Alright guys, we're going to walk this out and see if I can get in here. Golly bum. I miss the days when I just used to have to back into docks. Not really. Not that there's anything wrong with backing into docks. I'm just saying I really enjoyed that life. But back then it was just easy. Like you were guided in every direction. You had a broker telling you where to go. They checked you had to check in with them 20 times a day. Make sure you're at every spot. They check you the whole entire way, guide you. Then when you get there, you got a guard shack. Somebody to tell you, and that's what's to me, that's what that part of the truck has turned into. Your old school truck drivers are just about obsolete anymore. That you could just turn loose with the truck and they go run the darn thing. Now they've got every sensor in the world that pretty much you just got to hold the wheel in the truck. It does everything else. You got a broker and a computer telling you where to go, when to go, how to go, where to turn, where not to turn, how many hours you can drive, when to park, where to park. Then you get to a shipper. You got a guy that tells you where to go, what door to go to. So they make it pretty much to where you take the driver out of it. Anybody, just about anybody can be successful in trucking for that reason. Which is awesome. Because it's an awesome career no matter how you have to do it. As I found the way in, I can make this turn. I can pull up, back up, and I think on this road right here, there's enough room where I can park to the side, and then in the morning, I can get in there. So the truck's down there. So let's go get it. And I think we're good. feel like we're in a safe spot. All right, guys, we have accomplished getting here and getting it into a safe spot, and now I gotta get a hold of Mr. Zern and see when we're gonna unload it. All right, good morning, guys. It is unloading this boat time. They're ready for us. Got the gate open, and I've got to pull right up in there and then back this thing in. The other guy wanted me to go around the block and come straight in. I was like, man, them roads are pretty tough. Up around through there. He's like, okay, just back her in then. You just back that rig in here if you can. It's like, okay, if I can. Dang, sounding like a challenge to me.
I noticed.
That guy's the lift operator. and does 500 other things. The other guys that walked over were the darn rigging, which will be rigging it. So they're going to block this thing up and they're going to rig it. They're going to put something on the back of it with a crane. And they're headed back over there to their spot, and they're going to move the mast around, and they're going to take over this. I could leave this thing together for the next sailboat. It'll load a little different, so plus it's a brand new trailer. I like putting it where it goes for some reason. But you notice that book I was writing in yesterday? I was writing down my steel pattern and how many holes that I put, all that. So that way, the next 365 I haul in this thing, I know I need to set up these bars, put in this hole, so when they are ready to load it, I'm already ready to. But each trailer you load is different. They all load different, so you don't hear. My last trailer, I completely just throw the book away. Actually, I gave it to the other guy that bought the trailer. So this is one thing I want to watch before it comes off. Make sure there's no damage to it. Okay.
Was this the little shelf? Little support?
That's the way to do it.
Come out. What part about how long are you guys not here? It was under that support.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Huh.